What's up, wrestling fans? I'm going to be honest with you. I just recorded about a 30-minute podcast. It's going up right now. It's me reacting to and breaking down and showing some of the allegations of the 90s. Not all of them, but a good amount. Obviously, there's a lot of good exchanges and a lot of stuff to kind of get into, listen to, and really open up to. And that is available right now on Patreon. So go to patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show and listen to that podcast. It's really long. It's up there. Check it out. You've got to hear it. But John Laurinaitis, but what I will mention here before I go is that John Laurinaitis is saying that he was the victim. John Laurinaitis, can you believe this? John Laurinaitis is the victim, guys. I can't believe it. It wasn't nobody. I mean, listen, this is past the buck all day long. Apparently, everybody is a victim of Vince McMahon. Pat Patterson, that former employees, stack them up, and all the way to even John Laurinaitis, who was served the women. It was John Laurinaitis is probably going to say, listen, like when Vince got sick of these women, he didn't have anywhere to do with them, so he pawned them off to me, and I was afraid if I didn't do it, he was going to fire me. It was like I was expected to take his sloppies and have to deal with it. So that's very interesting. Mr. Laurinaitis denies the allegations and misguided complaint and will be vigorously defending these charges in court, not to the media. Like the plaintiff, Mr. Laurinaitis is a victim in this case, not a predator. The truth will come out. That's kind of bizarre. They asked for further clarification if he was the victim, and they said, read the allegations, read the federal statute, power, control, employment, supervisory capacity, dictatorial sexual demands, repercussions. So they're gonna say that that John Laurinaitis feared for his job, and that when Vince got sick of these women, that Vince had to kind of move them off somewhere so they wouldn't get bored, flip out, and leave or tell people about this. And so he'd try to keep them busy to justify paying them and keeping them quiet. Probably that's my guess. I'm surmising this in my own idea. So that is very interesting. Very interesting. But that is I don't know if I buy it yet, but we'll find out. I'm not going to buy it really, because I don't know, maybe if you were in real bad money trouble and I just don't buy it. I feel like everybody played a role in this. You know what I mean? Obviously Vince is the most responsible, the most to blame, because he's the most powerful, no doubt about it, and Vince kind of orchestrated and started all of it, to be honest, allegedly. So, Vince is the number one culprit here, but everybody plays a part in it. I think John Laurinaitis, you can't get out of this, fully. And even the woman, the woman is a victim, and she was victimized, and awful things are done to her. But she played a role in it too, accepting things and staying there and making it seem like that's part. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody played a role in this. That's why everybody's so ridiculous. Anybody who says, oh, she's a whatever people say about her, like blame her that it's her fault. And anybody that says it's all Vince and he should die and go to hell and things like that, it's like, bro, listen, everybody is at fault in some way here. You know what I mean? But were there major crimes or anything physical or, torture-wise and stuff like that, the worse it gets, I think everybody in some extent, like I said, is going to be in some kind of trouble. And probably it's all going to get settled in some kind of settlement deal unless the government decides to pursue charges against Vince, which, the FBI has got some investigation into Vince. A lot of people believe it has to do with money, that he had a lot of cash laying around, and you're not supposed to do that. So, if you have more than like $15,000-$20,000 in your home, I think the government can come and just take it or whatever. So, you get it. You can keep it and convert it back to your bank, I think, but you can't keep it laying around or something. Or they have to investigate why you have it and prove that you should have it. And then after they do that, then they relinquish it back to you or some crazy thing like that. It's actually kind of nuts. But so anyway, if you guys want to hear me continue to talk about this, I talk about this for another 30 minutes, 40 minutes maybe. I'm not sure how long it is. and I'm breaking down these past allegations that sound a hell of a lot familiar to the allegations we're hearing now. I'm Joe Cronin. This is the Joe Cronin Show. Leave a comment down below. But seriously, sign up right now if you're not one to become a patron for $1 a month. You'll get tons of bonus content on patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show. And shout out to Sith Negan. He's approaching 5 years as a $100 patron. And shout out to Fozy Man 1 and Beer Stalker $2 patrons. Thank you guys for signing up on Patreon. Now go to Patreon to listen to this podcast where I break it all down. And remember, you can play this audio from the Patreon app on your phone, tablet, or wherever. Or you can download it to your phone, computer, or wherever and listen to it, just like a podcast, on patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show.